This is the Cuisinart ICE100BCU ice cream maker machine thing. I'm Gary from Big Spud, and what I'm going to do in this review is take this ice cream machine through its paces and let you know whether it's the kind of gadget you need in your kitchen. First off, what does it do? Well, it's an ice cream machine, so it makes ice cream.
Blimey! Don't laugh.
And it makes all the variants in between as well. It makes gelato, it can do a sorbet, it can do granitas, that sort of thing. It's Cuisinart, so most people will recognise that brand as an established one in kitchen gadgets. You'll often see this one on TV shows such as MasterChef as well, where it can be put into action quickly. What do you get? Well, you've got a lid, you've got a paddle, you've also got a separate gelato paddle, which whips it slightly lighter. And you've got the pail itself. And that's it. They're all the things you need, other than, of course, the instruction book, but we'll come back to that. Screen, so you'll know exactly how much you'll need. And how do you use it? Well, it's dead simple. It has a power button, it has a timer button, and it has a start-stop button. After you've plugged it in and turned it on, the timer button, you will simply set how many minutes you want the dasher to run for. The start-stop button does exactly what it says then. It then starts the machine until the timer is all finished and all done. And that's it. To give you a demonstration of making it, here's a Biscoff gelato ice cream recipe that I got from my mate Nick over at Polar Ice Creamery. I'll link his recipe up there. He can take you through it, but essentially it's a condensed milk based ice cream with Biscoff spread rippled through it. I blended all these things together and then poured them into the ice cream machine. You set your timer and you have to kind of guess how long you're going to need. In my experience, I've just been setting it for the maximum time, 60 minutes in this case, and just letting it get on with it, keeping an eye on it. It's got a transparent lid so you can see what's going on. But I always recommend just dabbing a spoon at the top of the mixture and see how soft or firm the mixture is. That gives you a pretty good idea of the ice cream you're going to get. In this case, I think it took around 45 minutes for that ice cream to be set the way I want it. You can eat straight from the tub. I would recommend always decanting and popping into the freezer until you need it. This gives a much more set result and something you can put into a bowl and enjoy. On the downsides, you can see the damn size of it. It's about 50 odd centimetres long, about 20 centimetres high. I'll pop the dimensions up on the screen now so you can get an idea. It's also designed to be oriented that way across your counter. So this would sit at the front and this is at the back, but obviously you could turn it sideways. But the reason it's that size is because it has a built-in compressor. What does that mean? Well, some ice cream machines you might have seen on the market, you get a bowl, you put that in the freezer a couple of hours beforehand and then kick it off. Because this has a compressor inside, it means it's chilling that down whilst the mixture is churning. So you're getting 2 for 1. Of course, you do pay for that at the front end. The machine is about £250 at time of recording. You can shop around and find deals all around that price point. So that's roughly how much you're talking. And you can decide for yourself whether about £250 is the right price for you to have ice cream whenever you want it. It makes an awful lot of noise, it has to be said. I've measured the decibels here and I will put them up on the screen of how loud it is. I've had it in the kitchen while I've been testing it, and frankly it's been too noisy to watch the telly while I've had it on. I've had to put the subtitles on. It generates a lot of noise, so if you have a spare room, a garage, or a room you can shut the door on, I would recommend popping it in there while it churns away. Utility room, that sort of thing. Something out of the way where you can keep an eye on it, but you don't have to put up with the noise from it. In terms of functionality, it's pretty standard. You might even say vanilla. Literally, you set the timer and then you have to keep checking it to see if it's done. There's another ice cream machine I have, which I'll link the review of here, which determines for you based on torque and rotation how far done the ice cream is. This is not quite so intelligent, but that's okay if you know what you're doing, as long as you keep an eye on it, that's the main thing. Some of the models I've seen of this one, the lid has a little gap on it that you can lift, a little window where you can drop stuff in. So towards the end of churning, you may wish to pop in biscuits or fruit or nuts or cookie, you know, just to make it a little bit more exciting. Doesn't have that, but hey, take the lid off and you can do it that way, no problem. I would say the lid is the oddest detail. It just, I find it doesn't, it rotates anti-clockwise to lock, which feels really illogical to me. And I always end up spinning it around 3 or 4 times till I get the teeth to engage so that it locks properly. A minor thing, but it just annoys me a little bit. I'd also say getting all the ice cream out of the dasher once you're finished is much more difficult than it needs to be. If you've churned something quite thick, you have to really poke at the blades to try and get all of your ice cream out, otherwise you're literally washing that away. I don't believe any of these parts are dishwasher safe, so you do have to chuck everything in the bowl afterwards and give it a good hand scrub in plenty of hot water. After all, generally you're dealing with dairy, so you don't want that sitting around. And the ice cream it makes is absolutely delicious. You know, you get a book, a very functional book, I will say that. The usual loads of stuff about please don't sue us if you use it wrong, which always irritates me. One whole page on how to use it, which is baffling. I apologise, a page and a half on how to use it, which is basically pour it in, press the timer and press start is what it says. You do then get a chunk of recipes. What do we got there? I would say, without bothering to count, about 15 recipes. And they're all varieties, so you've got a vanilla one, lemon sorbets, chocolate ice creams. So you've got one of each of type of recipe, sorbets, ice creams, gelatos, to give you an idea. And obviously the internet is dripping in recipes for ice cream, so you won't be starved there, but it's a very uninspiring book. There's a very unsexy manual to get you started, considering what you're paying for the machine. And that's what it comes down to really. Is around £250 a good enough price? I think it's a perfect workhorse of a machine. It's not particularly attractive nor ugly. It does exactly the job it's supposed to. I hope you found that useful. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps the channel out enormously. Thank you so much. If you've got this ice cream machine or one like it, let me know in the comments down below how you've found it, any tricks or tips for using it. I hope you enjoyed that. I've reviewed a whole bunch of different kitchen gadgets, which I will link to in a playlist up here, and I'll catch you next time.